Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We are with Quintessence Lass, our level 25 brute, who's rapidly nearing level 26 with 442,000 XP earned and 3,000 to go to get to the next level. We're going to get there. In this episode, we are on my favorite story arc, the Scroll of Tieleku, for Miriam Blekel, and she says, we've learned about the scroll, and now we have to find out more about it. So she says, just because the warriors got the scroll of Tieleku doesn't mean it's all over. We just gotta go after it. According to one of my contacts, the warriors are near Talus Island, waiting for reinforcements. If you're up for it, you can recover that scroll before the warriors make it disappear forever. So we're fighting warriors. We might be fighting the, whatchamacallit, the, Banished. I think we can move our missions back up to +1. I know there is a guy in Talus Island who will do that for us, but it's actually going to be quicker because of distance, I think, to just hop over to the one behind City Hall, have them fix it up to +1, and then go back, because the warriors are certainly no challenge, and we don't want to fight them as white cons. They're going to be too easy. And the Banished we can do as long as I have enough accuracy inspirations to hit the storm sorcerers. And while we're fighting the warriors, I'll try to save some of those up. So let's go back up to +1 and see if we can stay there. It's really just the Circle of Thorns that we can't do, and mostly just the spectral demons. Once they switch to mostly being behemoths, we will have absolutely no trouble. I mean, it'll be some trouble fighting them. They do have an invincibility that's way more powerful than a typical tanker from the player's side. But unlike with Nightmare Lass, where they got the benefit of 6 minions surrounding them, there's just one of us. So a single accuracy inspiration should take care of it. And eventually we'll maybe get an epic pool power that lets us also have improved accuracy. But that won't be until the 40s, so we have ways to go. So we need to find the scroll of Tieleku. And so we're just going to have to hop around till we see it. And there it is. Perhaps. There's nobody near it. Why did they put it in a box with nobody guarding it? Maybe this isn't it. No, that's it. What a funny mission. Alright, so we've got the scroll of Tieleku, it looks like. The ancient papyrus scroll is simply breathtaking. The central picture, which shows a powerful woman seated on a throne of gold, seems hardly to have faded at all. Surrounding this figure are some faded pictograms that will take an expert to decipher it all. So we're probably going to be heading to Azoria, which means it's good we're in Atlas Park. I'm guessing that's who they're going to have us take them to. Let's talk to Miriam, who says, you got the scroll, good work. The scroll itself is still a mystery, though. I have no idea why everyone wants the thing. I talked to the executor of Coldwell's estate, as well as both his heirs. None of them remember Coldwell even mentioning the scroll of Tieleku. Next mission. I found someone who may be able to tell us why the Pantheon and the warriors are so interested in this scroll. You may already know of Dr. Cheng. He's an old man who's very learned about all kinds of mystical matters. Will you deliver the scroll to him? So yes, we will. On to Independence Port. Now, I don't know if we're going to have to battle or if he's just outside somewhere. I think he's just outside. We might get ambushed. Possibly. I'm not sure if there's an ambush in this story arc. Actually, I don't know. Have we been ambushed with this character? Maybe not. If so, it hasn't been memorable. I know the first time I was ambushed with Liberty Lass, she was like at level 11 in Steel Canyon and got crushed. There's Cheng, and he says, good to see you, Quintessence Lass. Is this the scroll? Oh, yes. I would like to provide you with some answers. But first, I will need some reference materials. Fortunately, I know exactly where to find them. Unfortunately, the information is held by the Circle of Thorns in their underground libraries. So now we're going to have to go back and drop the mission difficulty back to +0. Isn't that just wonderful? So we're going to Steel Canyon anyway, so we may as well head over. Did somebody shoot me? Oh, it's just a consigliere. It's a family boss. We're going to have to, on the way, while we're in Steel Canyon, we'll stop off at the field analyst and get our missions put back to +0. Because I'm not fighting the Circle of Thorns at +1. It's just too annoying. And you know what? Let's stop off at the hospital and pick up a couple more accuracies, because even at +0 we're going to need that. So we're going to stop off at the hospital first and pick up some yellow inspirations, and then we'll sweep over to the field analyst and then hop up to the north part of town. You can see that even though I never tried to fill in every little pixel on this map, I've already gotten almost the entire map of Steel Canyon completely drawn in, just from going to missions. Alright, so let's grab some more anti-spectral demon pills. Hopefully all this kind of hopping around isn't boring everybody. I do enjoy Steel Canyon. It's quite nice. It's really fun to super jump around when you have high levels of super jump and you get like to the top of these buildings up here, which I'm not going to bore you by trying to do, and then you're like way high in the city and you're hopping all over the place. It's really fun. It's fun to do it in Skyway City also. Alright, back to level +0. And let's hope it obeys me. And this is the arena. You can see, yeah, pretty high without really even trying. I love that you can do that. I just love super jump. It's so much fun. Whew. And that always those quick drops always make my stomach drop. That's really cool. It is such a beautiful job with the three-dimensionality of this game, and the smoothness of the movement with flight and super jump and everything. It's just, they really did a beautiful job with it. I still can't believe how good this game was for back in 2004. It really is amazing to me what they did with this game at such an early time in the world of computer history and what was available to us in terms of hardware and everything back then. Now, the ice demons aren't so bad, because the ice demons don't do as much of a debuff, although, yeah, so they do slowing and stuff, but they don't do the 2-hit debuff. It's really especially the lieutenants that can completely floor you. These guys are no problem. So of course what's going to happen is now that I put it on +0, there won't be any of the demons that debuff you. And we could have done this whole thing at +3. Right, because these guys are nothing. I mean, I could do these guys at +2 or 3 without a problem. It's the demon lords and stuff that are really brutal. Okay, so we're not defeating all. We're just looking for 6 books. So we're going to need glowies. These will be bookcases, presumably. Look at the detailing on here. We've got the little eye. We've got the crystals hanging down here, the torches, more hieroglyphics, or runes, or whatever, all along the border. Just such nice detailing in this game. I know every once in a while I just go on a rant about how beautiful it is, but I'm still amazed at what a great job they did. Okay, let's do one simple single plus to hit, and then that should be enough, because one of them's ice. Right, the spectrals are the debuffers, the nervous spectrals are the icy ones, I believe. There we go. Now, I don't know if there's just 6 glowies. I think they're not. Yeah, we have to click on a bunch, and some of them will have the books, and some of them won't. So, brilliantly, they hid the book. So here's what they did. Somebody took the book they didn't want me to find, walked over here, and stuck it in the urn, hoping I wouldn't look in the urn. And they just left this urn hanging here in the middle of nothing. So it's like, it's not like you wouldn't notice. Villains aren't very bright, are they? I have no idea where any of these things are going to lead, so we'll just wander around. Oh, this is one of these mazes where you have all these different connecting areas. Another bookshelf. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be that every bookshelf is a false decoy? And they have taken the books and hidden them. You know, it's not in the bookshelf. It's in the chest that's 2 feet away from the bookshelf. That's pretty funny. Now, I hope I've debuffed him enough that he can't hit me back. Looks like he missed there. And he missed there, so that's good. We got him. Alright, Soul Mage. It's really funny how the minion is more dangerous than the lieutenant. This lieutenant doesn't even make me blink. It doesn't make me flinch at all, but the minions, it's like, oh, we gotta get them. And we've leveled up, so that's gonna make this mission easier. I guess I shouldn't have made it +0. I forgot I was going to level up. There's another clue. But will there be a book on the bookshelf? No. So we've now tried 3 bookshelves and got nothing, but 2 objects near the bookshelves, right next to them. I don't want the hero to find the book, so I'm going to come over here and put it in there. That's hilarious. Villains are dumb. Yeah, I can't remember what superhero it was that said, like, the big advantage that the heroes have over the villains, that the villains are pretty dumb and very overconfident. Oh boy. I hear a glowy. I really don't want to go in here. This is the this is where the demons come out. But I hear a glowy. I'm going to leave this and come back because this place is absolutely horrible. Don't want to go that way either. I know there's a glowy here, but maybe we don't need it. I'm sure we do. But I'm going to do the whole rest of this place first. And if possible, at least maybe it'll mark where it is, so that I can just run through the place ignoring the behemoths as much as possible and just clicking on the glowy. Okay, that wraps around. Is there a north way out of here? I don't think so. No. Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know you could run through that. Probably aren't supposed to. Oh wow. This place is huge. Alright, now if they're blue cons, we shouldn't have any problem at all, because we have bonuses to hit them now. There's another glowy, but it's a bookcase, so I bet it won't have anything. Nope. And there's a non-bookcase, so I bet it will. Never really noticed this pattern before, I don't think. But yep, they're taking the books off the bookshelves and hiding them in urns and chests right near. So the Lost Tongues of the Tower Makers, compiled by Greek scholars. This book is a guide to the ancient languages of the first ones. These are ancient myths and legends of the first beings in the world, the gods who existed before mankind. The Red Dust Tome, swirling crimson sands are enchanted to form themselves into a book at their owner's will. Contains bizarre knowledge that it can unhinge the thoughts of anyone without extraordinary willpower. Well, my character has extraordinary willpower, so her thoughts are not going to be unhinged. This sounds an awful lot like Lovecraft. These ancient things from before time. Did I hear a glowy? I do. But this is going to be no book. Gods from before there were humans. Beings from before there were beings. And you go mad if you find out the truth. And I just aggroed these guys. So we'll beat them up. Now I gotta think about what power we're taking. Level 26 should get us Soul Drain. And I guess we'll take that. Can always use another attack. And then 28 should get us Energy Drain, maybe? Because Energize and Overload will be 35 and 38. Okay, so there's an exit. But let's see what else is around. Let's get Super Jump going here. There's no exit over here. I don't hear any glowies over here either. How about inside? Now this is where there should be bookshelves that you can click on. But these guys are not clickable. Little cots they can sleep on. And we've got a cot like that in our base. Okay, so we came in this way. So let's go across. Let's see, over to here. Man, I love Super Jump. So cool. So it's looking, unfortunately, with 3 more to go, like we're going to have to go into the Behemoth place. Which I wish we didn't have to do, but... I do hear another glowy. It's interesting on that endurance power, right? It's an AoE endurance drain, or endurance boost. Sounds great, right? But it's also an AoE that you use against multiple enemies, and usually by the time I'm by the time I'm short on endurance, usually I've defeated most of the enemies and I'm not surrounded anymore. So I'm having a lot of trouble actually using it in a practical sense when it's most beneficial. Either I use it when I really don't need a lot of endurance, I'm just doing damage with it, or when I need the endurance, it's not going to hit many guys because I've already defeated most of them, and that's why I need the endurance. So it's a lot more situational than I thought it was going to be. Let's put it that way. Hopefully, Soul Drain won't be quite so situational. Excellent. Got some enhancements. Oh, by the way, guys, we've got some level 30. Where are they? We've got some level 30s that we're starting to get, so it's going to be soon time to invent. We got to be level 27 first for that. Still no book. Yep, if it's a bookcase, there are no books. It's hilarious that there are no books on the bookcases and there are books in the non-book cases. I just find that really funny. And I find it particularly funny that they took the books off the bookcases and then put them in a container right next to the bookcase, as if The hero... I guess they assume the hero is going to be too stupid to look there? I don't know. I think the circle would be too stupid to look there. Okay. Oh, no, we did find a book on a bookcase. 2 to go. And there's another exit. So let's see what's over here. And that is a dead end. So it looks like we are going into the nasty area. It looks like there should be stuff up here too. Like over this way. Yeah, there's got to be. Yep, I often miss this cave right here. There we go. Yeah, it looks like there's got to be more over here, so this is what I was looking for. Hopefully we'll get at least one more glowy, and it'll light up the other one as an asterisk. I'm normally not a huge fan of that because it's very spoilery, but... Oh, and I just aggroed on both sides of this thing once again. I always do that. See, that's worth doing in AoE because it gets everybody, but I didn't really need the endurance at that point, right? And when I do need the endurance, there's only going to be like one guy around me. Oh, didn't realize the Demon Lord was here. There's one more guy coming to you. That guy just fled. At this level, these guys are weak enough that you can stand in there and repeatedly miss, and it's not going to be the end of you. But when they're orange or red, especially when you're the red lieutenant, standing in there, you're going to miss a lot more, and standing in there long enough to hit them is very difficult, and it really kills the hit points because they're constantly pounding on you. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay. There should be some glowies around here. Let's try hitting up. Yeah, there's a glowy. And there's another glowy. And there's another glowy. All these bookcases with no books that we need. And there is it. And do we have an asterisk? We do not, so I don't know where the last one's going to be. Hopefully in this area. Let's go down. Who's talking? Is there a boss over there? No, just a lieutenant. Tome Finder. Well, I'm the Tome Finder, buddy. I've got all the tomes. Yeah, we definitely do need another attack for our attack chain. No question about it. Okay, so there's nothing over here. I don't hear any glowies over here. Oh, I missed it. And there's a dead end. There's some guys to fight. See, a white lieutenant versus a red lieutenant. What a difference. Come on. we go. So there are no glowies in here. Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to go back and go into the temple with, or the section of the temple with all the portals that summon the behemoths. My least favorite thing in Ornbega. It's kind of fun to do with a team. It's absolutely annoying to do solo. Where do we have to go? North? I have a friend who absolutely hates Ornbega, and I was like, why? And I think that room is one of the reasons, and then he just said it's just too mazy. It's just too, like, hard to negotiate the map and everything. It's just so complex, and he'd rather fight like in an office or a lab or something where it's a lot more straightforward. I'll take this over the wilderness, though. I don't like the outdoor maps. Okay, I hear it here. It's getting louder here. Can I get out of here? Ah, straight up. Okay. Ah, I missed it. And now they're coming out. I'm trying to ignore these guys. Here we go. They can chase me all they want. I'm looking for the glowy. There it is. If I can get it before they come out. There it is! And we don't have to fight all this silliness. And there was actually another glowy here, but we've got all of our tomes. So I don't know what the point of putting that extra glowy in there was. Alright, so now we have to go to Dr. Cheng. So let's take the monorail. Hopefully I'll be able to put the next set of missions back on +1. I don't know if we're going to do that this episode. How far along have we gotten? We're 27 minutes and we have to level up, so I think this will be it for this episode, but let me go to the good doctor and talk to him, and then we will level up, guys. And then we're one level from getting our next set of enhancements. He says, "Ah, I knew you would come through. Let me take those from you. I've already made a little headway, and I found out some interesting things. This scroll is a chronicle of the life of the goddess Tialeku, who was said to be the first to discover magic. I will be able to tell you shortly. In the meantime, I believe that Miriam Blechel is looking for you." Alright, well, let's call her. And she says, "Thanks for getting those reference materials to Dr. Chung. As soon as he translates the scroll of Tialeku, we'll know more about the Banished Pantheon's intentions." We're going to find out more about them next time. For now, we're going to level up. We're going to go to my buddy, Luminary, since Luminary is right at the train station. So, Chalice Island. Even though I had to stop gaining XP for like probably a level's worth of XP, I feel like the 20s have just whipped by. We're more than halfway through already. New level of power. Yep, let's take Soul Drain. So let's take a look at what this does. This does negative damage, and then increases. So this Soul Drain drains the essence of nearby and increases your own strength. Each affected foe loses some hit points and adds to your damage and chance to hit. So it's giving us a plus 2% chance to hit, which is like not that great. And then plus 8% what? Strength unresistible. Is this strength to what though? Smashing, is this defense? Huh. Not sure. Well, we'll take it. And let's take a look. Self plus damage and plus... Ah, we're doing more damage. So it gives us lethal damage, smashing damage. It gives us all those kinds of damages. And then what's the 10%? For 30 seconds. And then taunt and rage on self. Interesting. Let's see what it looks like. It's not going to hit much. But let's find some bad guys and just do it on them. Just see what happens. And these guys are all weak, but let's do it. Okay, that's nice. I like it. And these are giving us like stacks of buff that I guess will eventually wear off. It's not a long recharge. So, in terms of what we're going to do with this, it's on a 2-minute recharge. I mean, it looks like it's got to be triple recharge, probably double accuracy, and just single damage because we want it to hit everything, right? And double recharge will still mean it's only going to be every minute. So it's not going to be, again, this is situational power. It's not going to be something that's going to help us fill in our attack chain. I feel like I'm having a lot more trouble getting the attack chain closed with this character. I've got recharges on everything but Shadow Maul. I mean, I guess I could pull the endurance off of the Shadow Maul and put a recharge on it, and that would probably close the attack chain for us. So I guess that's what we can do. That'll happen at level 27, though, because there's no point to buying enhancements now when they're about to expire. Alright, folks, we're done for now. I hope you've enjoyed. We're level 26, and we're going to continue the Scroll of Tieleku in the next episode. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Heroes on the Rebirth server.